Okay, Missy, we're down here with Cleo for our week 2 video recap. So we're going to go over all the skills that we learned last week, and I'm going to show you guys the new things that we added for week 2. But just like last week, we are going to try to start with a little bit of play. Woohoo! What is that, Cleo? What is that? Good girl. You coming over here to flirt with me? Huh? What do you think? Miss Cleo was sleeping and I woke her up. Do you have to go potty maybe? Let's remind you where the potty box is. Yeah, it's right over here. In case you gotta go. She's like, I don't. Okay. No accidents. Go get it. Yeah, good girl. You like the stuffies? Go get it. That's fun. Give me that. Give me that. It smells good on the ground right there. Yeah. Good girl, Cleo. You're so sweet. Good job. There we go. Oh, you got it. She caught it with her paws. There. Good girl, Cleo. You're very soft. Okay, I think we're going to get started here. So remember, I'm using the marker word yes. Whenever Cleo does the right thing, I'm going to mark the behavior with the word yes. And then I'm going to feed her a piece of treat. Oh my, these are big pieces. These are too big for you. Okay, you ready, Cleo? We're going to start like we did last week with her just following a food lure. So I'm going to show her that I have the food in my hand. Ooh, yes, she's all about that. We're going to move a little bit further though. Yes. And I'm going to have her walk with me. See how we're connected? Yes. Good girl, Cleo. Come back this way. Yes. Good job. And, oh, you dropped one. We can also pair her name with it like we did last week. Cleo. Good girl for some name recognition. Oops. But a new exercise for name recognition that we did in week 2 is called the flying cookie game. So I'm going to show her that I have a piece of food. Get it. Toss it on the ground. Cleo. Call her. Yes. Mark and reward when she comes to me. Get it. Cleo. Yes. Good girl. So you can see how this is kind of more like a come when called. Get it. Cleo. Yes. What a good dog. So smart. They're big pieces. I gotta break them up. All right, last week we also practiced our hand targets. Touch. Yes. Touch. Yes. You can do that back and forth with each hand. Touch. Good girl, Cleo. And we also, oh, you're going to do that for me already? Cleo, sit. Yes, good girl. So we did the sit last week. This week, down. Yes. We added down. Good girl, good down. And we actually use the down position. So one of the reasons we make sure we introduce that in week 2 for the second step in the mat. So I'm going to put the mat down on the ground. Where's your mat? Yes. And we want the puppies coming over and laying right down on the mat this week. Yes, they're all doing amazing with that. Okay. Get it. So let's do that one more time. Where's your mat? Yes, good girl. So you can see now how this is starting to shape up to be more of that stay type behavior. They have to go to the mat, they gotta lay down, they stay on it. We're gonna feed them periodically. Good girl. Okay, get it. It's right here. Cleo. Still learning how to find those get it cookies. You are so smart. Yeah, very well done. All right, another new behavior that we practiced in week 2 is going into the crate on cue. This is an important skill to start to instill in your puppy at a young age. Come here. Is that they go into the crate when you ask them, kennel. I'm gonna yes. Mark and feed them when they get all 4 feet in there. Yes, what a good girl. Perfect. Release them from the crate. Okay. Beautiful. Kennel. Yes. Perfect job. Very good girl. Okay. So every time I lock my puppy in the crate, even if it's to put him in there because I have to close the door and walk away, I always ask them kennel or whatever you want to call it. You can change it if you want to. And I'm always feeding them for going in for a long time until that puppy's like, I don't know, 6 to 8 months old almost. I really want to build a ton of value for the crate because if we do that now while they're young, they're always going to love going into the kennel when you ask them to. Okay? Cleo, you did so good with that. We are going to get her dressed in her harness now. So I'm going to use this size. Oh, the little food puzzle toy. Oh, I think she's going to go potty now. We got to go potty in the potty box. In the potty box. Come here. Good girl. I knew you were going to have to go. Uh-huh. Very good job, Cleo. Okay, so we're going to get her harness on now. I'm going to play with her a little bit again. Okay. But just like the kennel, at this age too, every time I get them dressed in something, a harness or a different collar type, or I put the leash on or whatever, again, I'm pairing it with food, just a treat. Good girl. And I'm going to do that for a long time when they're puppies too. Very nice. So now that she's got her harness on, I'm going to play with her a little bit. So she's not thinking about feeling restricted by the harness. What is over there, huh? And somebody maybe crushed a treat into the ground because another puppy was sniffing over there too. Whoa! What is that? She's just checking out the space right now. Whoa, you can't fit under there with your harness on. You silly. Okay, I'll go under this chair. You're funny. Good job, Cleo. Good girl. Oh yeah, that little sweater's fun. What is that? Give me that. Woohoo! Get it. Good girl. You put this little sweater on the flirt pole. Ready? Get it. Good job. Good girl. Okay, so just to recap everything that we went through in the video, we started with the following the food lure a little bit further around the room. Then we did the flying cookie game, little baby foundational recall exercise. From there, we practiced hand targets, sits, downs, the second step in the mat, also going into the crate on cue, getting her dressed in her harness, playing a little bit with her harness on. And then we just have a couple of the handling exercises to finish up with in a second here. Oh my goodness, Cleo. Whoa, I got it. I got it. This flirt pole is from Outward Hound. I like this particular style of flirt pole for little puppies because it's very lightweight and also has a very lightweight toy on the end of it that's easy for the puppies to grab. You can find it on Amazon, probably Chewy, or directly from the Outward Hound website. What is that? Okay, we're going to try our handling exercises now and wrap it up with that. Okay, what do you think? You still want to work or are you tired? Yeah, sometimes about this point is when they're getting tired. Okay, so I'm going to, just like last week, get her on the food. Yes, that's a little bit of our restraint. Good girl. Remember, every time I'm saying yes, I'm slipping her a cookie. Yes. So now handling body parts. Yes. Good girl, Cleo. Good job. Yes. There it is. To the front foot. Yes. Perfect. Good girl. Very good. She's like, yeah, I'm still into that food. The new handling exercise that we added for this week is a grooming tool. So right now I have the nail clippers, but we've also done the brush. It doesn't matter what you're working with. Whenever we first introduce the grooming tool, I'm just going to take it. Yes, touch it to her, mark her, feed her, and I just want to make sure she's comfortable with that. Her body language said she was. So now I'm going to take the grooming tool and I'm going to bring it a little bit closer towards her foot. Yes. So more towards its intended use. Yes. Good girl. Now we'll do that to all 4 feet. Yes. 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 So I'm not actually clipping her nails right now. I'm just teaching her that when the grooming tool touches you or if it's brought towards you, that it's not a big deal. It's not scary. Good things happen when the grooming tools come out. So make sure that you watch the video in the video library that goes into some more instructional details on how to introduce more of the grooming tools. Okay, and all of the videos in the video library for that matter, so you know how to keep working with your puppies at home. I did add more availability for my Zoom for October, so make sure you get that booked if you haven't already. And we will see you next week.